Your spouse might have a guilty conscience about this stuff, which could be an indication that they're hiding something. Divorcing spouses often hide assets to avoid fair settlements, and uncovering these hidden assets can make a huge difference in your divorce outcome. So let's dive into how you can uncover them and ensure a fair deal. So imagine this, you're in the middle of a divorce and your spouse suddenly seems to have less money than you remember. This happened to a client of ours. Susan was married for more than 20 years and knew her husband Jeff ran a successful family business, but when it came time to divide the assets, the numbers just didn't add up. She knew the lifestyle they were living and she suspected there may be accounts that he had not divulged. She was confused and worried, thinking she might lose what she rightfully deserved. So Susan reached out to us and we started digging, and one of the first things we did was we hired a forensic accounting team to go through each and every bank statement and credit card statement that we obtained in discovery. We were looking for line items in the statement that would indicate the presence of undisclosed accounts. And guess what? We found them. We discovered that her husband Jeff had opened multiple bank accounts that Susan knew nothing about. He invested in stocks under his minor children's names, and he even purchased property overseas. This was a shock to Susan, but it wasn't surprising for us or our forensic accountants because many spouses try to hide assets during a divorce to keep more for themselves. The forensic accountant did some more sophisticated screening and found the hidden accounts, the investments, and the properties. In the end, Jane received a much better settlement than she initially thought would be possible. Her story is a powerful reminder of why it's crucial to enlist the aid of professionals, such as a great divorce attorney, to uncover hidden assets in a divorce. So how do you go about uncovering these hidden assets? Well, here are some steps you can take. First, gather all financial documents. This includes bank statements, tax returns, pay stubs, and any other record of income and expenses. Look for discrepancies or unusual patterns like large withdrawals or transfers to unknown accounts. Next, check for any hidden bank accounts or investments. Get a forensic accountant to do this. They have tools, databases, and other resources that the average person doesn't even know exists. The forensic accountant can trace where the money is going and identify any accounts you might not be aware of. They can also look into business records if your spouse owns a business, because this is a common area where assets get hidden. You should also look into physical assets such as real estate or valuable items like jewelry or art. In some cases, spouses might transfer ownership of these items to friends or family members to try and keep them out of the divorce settlement. And don't forget about digital assets too. Cryptocurrency and online investments are becoming more common ways to hide money. These can be tricky to trace, but with the right expertise, they can be uncovered. Additionally, keep an eye out for lifestyle changes. If your spouse suddenly seems to be living beyond their reported means, it could be a sign that they're hiding assets. Look for new purchases like cars or expensive vacations that don't match their reported income. Finally, consider hiring a private investigator. They can provide valuable insights and gather evidence that might not easily be accessible otherwise. This can include surveillance, interviews with associates, and more. One more thing that's important. If you're going to settle your case versus having it go to court for a trial, make sure you have a provision in your settlement agreement regarding undisclosed assets. Make sure that it says that any undisclosed assets which are later found by a spouse or through her attorneys or forensic accountants shall become the sole 100% property of that spouse. I see way too many weak settlement agreements where it says if undisclosed assets are found, they shall be split 50-50. But how is that fair? Any assets that a spouse tried to hide from the other spouse should become the property of the aggrieved spouse if they're caught. If you get pushback on that, your spouse might have a guilty conscience about this stuff, which could be an indication that they're hiding something, so pay attention and keep digging if you suspect that there are undisclosed assets. I hope this has been helpful for you, even though I've only been able to just scratch the surface. Schedule an appointment with a really good family law firm if you have questions or if you're going through a divorce or other family law matter. Let them do their thing and advocate and protect you. Sound good?
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to click subscribe, like, follow, and turn on the alerts so that you'll get notified when we post our newest videos. Please share these videos, leave us comments, and ask us questions. Also, join our Facebook group at Georgia Divorce and Custody, and I'll see you again on the next video.